Breaking news to discuss involving Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. There's been a lot of smoke and mirrors when we discussing Lonzo Ball. We got a lot of haters, a lot of critics. They've been having a field day. I just wanted all of the dust and smoke to clear. Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news. Lonzo Ball could be returning within a couple of hours. This is being reported by Shams. Chicago Bulls guard is in line to suit up for Wednesday's night game against the Orlando Magic. This is after, sitting out, a lot of time, man. It's been real tough for Lonzo Ball. We all know it was wild for him. He has missed already 15 consecutive games due to this wrist injury in particular. A lot of people wanted to pinpoint the knee, but that was not in the reports. Lonzo Ball really dodged a catastrophic situation. Coach Billy Donovan kind of compared this injury to, Patrick Williams. That would have been real catastrophic if Lonzo had to sit out another season for a wrist. It's very tough. But the signs are pointing towards his return. This week it was definitely, some optimism, but he's here now. Lonzo Ball is looking to come back. A lot of people act like Lonzo Ball was done. To be honest with you, any little thing that Lonzo Ball endures, is going to be, oh my God, what's going on is over, and it's not. Lonzo Ball is just getting going, to be honest with you. If we look back at this season and it's just this little 15 game situation, I think that we're going to have ourselves a pretty happy year for Lonzo. We got a lot of basketball to be played. Lonzo Ball could really infect, the Chicago Bulls. We all know the IQ that he was bringing to the table off the bench. They're playing this very cautiously, with Lonzo Ball, but it is what it is. Zoe has to get back to feeling confident on the floor with his whole health. It's not about, his IQ and, his abilities. It's about when he takes that first step, when he jumps, when he's got to get acclimated with the newly constructed knee. Now he has to get acclimated with this wrist. We don't know the minutes. He already was on a minutes, restriction already. So we don't know exactly how, further to an extent that could go now with this wrist, but it is what it is. Lonzo Ball, his brother LaMelo is just cooking. We need the Ball brothers in the NBA. It's just a much better day when you have Lonzo Ball in attendance, when you got LaMelo Ball, in attendance. This is what it's all about, y'all. All jokes aside, Lonzo, he's gonna do. You know what Lonzo Ball gonna do when he step foot on that floor? A lot of people think that Lonzo can't do this. He can't do that. He can do everything. He can hit the three. He can hit the mid range. You've seen him go into the basket. He can hit free throws. Now with this jump shot that Lonzo Ball has, it's going to extend him out. If Lonzo didn't have the range from the 3-point, I think it could be tough for Lonzo because of dealing with these injuries. But he still had some pep in his step. When Lonzo Ball was on the floor, he looked like he was a step ahead. You saw it. People was getting out on the break. It's nothing like Lonzo. You heard Magic Johnson say a few years back that there's no point guard in the NBA who has a higher basketball IQ than Lonzo Ball. And Magic Johnson wasn't lying. It is a true fact that Lonzo Ball is, just on another level, but he's got to get healthy. We all know that he was playing like 15 minutes this season. He wasn't, his averages was kind of, off. He only played, a little bit of games. He averaged 4 points, 35% from the field, 33% from three, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. So it's real kind of, like I said, he's got to get some minutes, some games logged down. This is a different Lonzo Ball than we're accustomed to seeing. Usually, You know, when guys go through injuries, it takes about a year for them to just get just fully 100% healthy. Like, I mean, I'm talking about where there's no looking back. You know, we've seen it with D Rose, we've seen it with Paul George, we've seen it with a lot of guys who's had some significant knee situations. Obviously, Lonzo is probably one of the most unique out the situation, but he has other people to fall back on, you know, and hopefully guys are calling them, you know, and, you know, letting them know what's going on. But we have to understand that this wasn't the knee. As much as people want to pinpoint the knee and believing that, oh my God, here we go again, it was a risk, y'all, you know, so we got to put that into consideration, you know, and Zoe is going to come back here and turn the Chicago Bulls up a notch, in my opinion. I think the Bulls could surprise teams in the NBA, but they're going to need Lonzo Ball, you know, to be a part of it. They're 10th right now in the Eastern Conference. If they have Lonzo throughout the foreseeable, you know, future, I think that they're going to do their thing. You know, they got the Washington Wizards tonight. And then so when Zoe gets back, they're gonna be coming off a back to back. So they going to need something. And Orlando, they've been cooking, you know. So Lonzo was coming back, and it was just so crazy. We was just talking about his brother LaMelo Ball. You know, LaMelo Ball just had a big time matchup against the Orlando Magic where they lost. You know, Orlando clearly a little further along in their development from the Charlotte Hornets. You know, so they took him out. But LaMelo, he put up 44 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. LaMelo Ball is just on an epic tear, you know. So now it's time for Lonzo, you know, to show what he has, you know, and what the game has been missing. You know, we've been missing this point guard. Lonzo Ball is a throwback. You know, we it's like we hardly get a chance. We see a lot of these scoring guards and score first, give me the ball, move out the way. You know, Lonzo is the guy to just make everybody better. You know, when you think about the Boozillas, when you think about the Kobe Whites, when you think about everybody, Zach LaVine, Vooch, you know, Lonzo is here to make all of them better. Everybody on the team. Like, I ain't gonna list everybody on the roster, but you get the drift here. Lonzo is gonna make them all good. And the Bulls are going to elevate in the Eastern Conference. They're gonna move teams out the way, you know, especially if he's healthy. If Lonzo's healthy throughout this season, whether he's playing 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, just don't get it twisted with 4 points. Watch the games. I know it was a big time game. I think it was in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken. It was one. I don't know if it was Memphis. I'm mistaken the game. I think it was against OKC, where they just basically Lonzo just assisted the hell out the ball. He made a lot of crucial plays and really did his thing. So he showed what he can do, and he's gonna show it once again. And we're gonna be here to document it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hit the like button if you're new. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. We got breaking news. Lonzo Ball will be back possibly in a couple of hours. Buckle up.